Welcome back to my channel. Now I will just go briefly through network to Amazon VPC connectivity option. So to answer the question, no, sorry. First, what is the question here? I want to communicate. Right, I want to able to communicate to speak with the machine on cloud. Right, I want to speak with my virtual machine on cloud for my own network. Right, I have my laptop. Right, I have a laptop. I connect to my router to my own Wi-Fi. How can I communicate with them? With using private IP addresses. Right. So some instance on cloud we don't have public IP addresses. You cannot nothing to the IP address. You cannot communicate with it without an IP addresses, right? But you want to communicate with it using private IP, so it's more secure, right? So AWS cloud allow have an let me see 6 up to 8 way to communicate with VPC connectivity. So here are 4 major options here. The first option is using AWS managed VPN, right? So what it does is it has a client, right? An client endpoint where you connect with it using certificate, right? And you establish an encrypted connection, right? And then on the Amazon side, it will have an VPN gateway, right? What it does is when you terminate the VPN, it will decrypt your connection, right? So AWS, the use case is AWS will manage the IP security, right? VPN connection over the internet to individual in VPC. The advantage is reuse existing VPN equipment and processes, reuse existing internet connection, and AWS will manage the high availability of your VPN service, and it supports static route or dynamic border gateway protocol (BGP), right? Peering and routing policy. So it comes with an limitation, the network latency, right? Because you have to go encrypt decrypt through internet, and it will still have to go through the many routers, and it's slow, right? So network latency, variability, availability are dependent on the internet condition, right? Customer managed endpoint is responsible for implementing redundancy and failover. So in my size, I'm using my own laptop, right? It's possible I could fail to connect with the VPN because of my machine has some issue with the network card, right? It's rarely happen, but sometimes. The custom device must support single hop BGP, so when leverage the BGP dynamic routings. So we will look at the BGP at a later session. The second option is AWS Transit Gateway and VPN. So the use case of it, AWS manage IPsec VPN connection over the internet to regional router for multiple VPCs. So it still connect over the internet, but it will connect to regional router, right, for different VPCs. So you could have a VPC in US East, right? You could have a VPC in Europe, right? Could be have the VPC in Australia or in Singapore, etc. But the main point is that you can specify the region you want to forward the request to which router, right? So it's very same as previous option, but now the AWS will manage the network hub up to 5,000 attachment, right? And the limitation is the same. So the third option is using AWS Direct Connect. So this one is a dedicated network connection over private line. So you understand what is private line? It's like yeah, it's a physical line. So it's more predictable network performance and it's reduced the bandwidth cost. It supports the BGP peering and routing policy. And the only drawback of this option is it requires additional telecom and hosting provider relationship or new network circuit to be provisioned. So we have to speak with the hosting provider, right? That you want to create a physical connection with the address. So it's a little bit more manually, you know. So you cannot do it by yourself, right? You have to request an agent to do that. So the fourth option is direct connect and transit gateway. So this one is the dedicated network connection over private net lines to regional router. So it's still dedicated connect over private line, but now it's to regional router. So it's just a lot more high availability and scalability to your regional network. So it's recommended to use transit gateway in conjunction with direct connect. Actually, that's from what I know, but it's still unencrypted. Right, it's still unencrypted connection. And you know, if you learn about direct connect, there's a private VIF, sorry, virtual interface, right, and public VIF, and it's not encrypted. So in order to encrypt your network, your connection, you have to use VPN. So it's called IP security VPN connection over private lines. So this one is the more predictable network performance. It reduces bandwidth cost due to the VPN, right, and it supports the BGP peering. It reduces existing VPN equipment and manage hierarchy of VPN service and SiteGround, etc. Right, the all things above. And the fifth one is using direct connect and transit gateway as well as VPN. So this time you have transit gateway. So this time you have a secure connection over private line to regional router and multi VPC. So it's just amazing because you're using transit gateway to connect to multiple VPC. And so what I concern is you need to really understand the difference between direct connect gateway. You know, we have to understand the difference between address direct connect gateway, address transit gateway, and VPC Cloud Hub is actually different. You know, VPC Cloud Hub is like between your own on-premise data center. Transit gateway is like between the VPC with the direct connect endpoint, right? And the direct connect, sorry, that is the direct connect gateway. But for transit gateway, is like between the VPC, right? So we really need to look at the diagram here. Yeah, it's between the VPC and it's between the direct connect gateway. You know, and you can have any VPC attachment to the transit gateway here, and have the VPN attachment as well as all the router. You know, you can connect everything to the transit gateway. Yeah, we will speak about that a bit later then. Yeah, so it's a little bit different, right? It's private, right? It's regional router and multi VPC. So the it's the sixth one. Now the seventh one is the VPN Cloud Hub. So what Cloud Hub is like, it means connect the remote branch office in the hub and spoke model for primary and backup connectivity. So it means you're using Cloud Hub as a middleman, right? It like a proxy. You know, you request between your branch of the office, right? Yeah. and is using AWS VPN. Is support for BGP, for exchanging a route and the priority of the route, and reduce any internet connection and VPN connection. And it has a network latency. Yeah. So side to side VPN is another kind of software, right? So what it does is the software appliance based VPN connection over the internet. So it support a wide range of VPN vendors, products, and protocols, right? So it's fully customized solution. So this means that you want to create a connection between your branch office or on-premise data center, right? The whole network with on VPC. Yep. So you really want to know the difference between them. The VPC Cloud Hub here. This the diagram that I used most oftenly, right? Yep. I have never used it before, but let me just go through it really quickly. So let me go to VPC now. I will be back really quickly. So I think Cloud Hub is okay, it's not here. I think it's not here definitely. I will go to Transit Gateway a little bit later, but I will go to VPC. Sorry, Cloud Hub. I don't see any Cloud Hub here. Okay, I definitely cannot see any Cloud Hub in this place. Wait a minute, is Cloud Hub is like an topology or okay, I cannot see the Cloud Hub here, and I heard about the name, but I definitely do not know where is that exactly. I only know the Transit Gateway actually, so yeah. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. So sorry guys, I don't think that I see the Cloud Hub VPN Cloud Hub here in the AWS console, but we know what is that, right? So let me just go through each of this guy really quick. Manage VPN. Easy to understand, right? You have a virtual private gateway, you have a customer gateway, right? You connect it through Ethernet with IP security VPN. Second one is you creating two tunneling, right? So one is up, one is the down for recovery later on for failover, right? So one, and you have two customer gateway for high availability, right? You can either forward request to one of them. You maybe just forward the first one first, and That's the idea. The same with transit gateway. I think yeah, transit gateway is like it's the same idea. You can still using virtual VGW try virtual private gateway, and but this time you using transit gateway, which is the communicate with all of this VGW, right? Virtual private gateway, and is you allowed to communicate with a lot more VPC, which is kind of an optimal way to do this. It support IP security as well. The direct connect, so you have a private VIP, so it means that using private VIP to communicate with this instance within the VPC, so you know, through security and virtual private gateway, and that's it. So this is more direct way. If for hierarchy, you're creating 2 direct connect and 1 virtual private gateway, and I think that's pretty much it. And you can change this to transit gateway as well, you know, using private VIP and VIP as well. And this one is using direct connect gateway. This is one, you know, is allowed to communicate between regions, which is really awesome. So it's really so direct connect management as well, because you don't have to create too much private VIF. You only need one single private VIF, and that's it. And then you can communicate with each of them. It's just awesome. So the direct connect and address transit gateway, so you can up to 3 regional centralized router over private dedicated network. So this one you can have up to 3 regions, right, using transit VIF. You still using direct connect gateway, and for each region you have a transit gateway here. So you see the difference now, right? Direct connect is like a combination of VIF. You save a lot of VIF here, and you can just forward the request to 3 different regions in 3 different transit gateway. So it's a very big one. But with VPN, it's different. With the VPN, you have direct connect plus VPN, right? So it's doing direct connect for public VIF. You know, you cannot secure the VIF because IP security over your public IP, and then you have to establish a tunnel, right? Using IPs like security VPN, using some managed VPN here, and establish a secure connection between them, end-to-end secure connection. So this one is direct connect and transit gateway. You have still have a public VIF and direct connect, and you also have an IP security VPN, but this time you're using a transit gateway in the zone size, and last one is save a lot of times, you know, operation overhead, right? This one a lot better. So for Cloud Hub, this one is forwarding the request back to them. So it's pretty good. Software side-to-side VPN. This one you have an internet gateway in your Internet way in your VPC, obviously attached with the VPC, and is the software VPN appliance. It can communicate with the internet, and it shares the same VPC, right? So it can communicate with each other, and then it's communicate with each other to the customer VPN using internet. And that's it. That is the 8th way to communicate to connect with the AWS, right? I will go through this later on, so I think that is for now.